We now welcome our very first author from India, Anangsha Alamian, on stage for her talk show. Anangsha is a civil engineer from IIT Guwahati who took to writing full time 3 years ago. She has published 4 books and currently is the highest followed Indian writer on Medium. Please welcome Anangsha with a huge round of applause. I can hear no applause. May we have a louder applause for Anangsha, please? Thank you. Please welcome Anangsha.
Hello. Hi. Hello, everyone. My name is Anangsha Alamyan, and I'm so pleased to be here speaking to you today. This is the third time I am talking at Kolkata Literary Carnival 2025, and it's a huge pleasure and a privilege to be here today. So initially, when Arjun invited me to host the talk show here, my plan was to talk about AI and the impact of AI on the way we create and consume content in 2025. Because, like it or hate it, AI is here to stay, and there is no way we can compete with something that can generate content in seconds, right? But just a few minutes ago, I met Arjun, and he gave me an idea that I could also talk about how to make a living as a writer, because I see a lot of writers here today who also have a full time job and who do not make a full time income from writing. But a little bit about me, like the introduction mentioned, I am an engineer, and since the past 3 years, I have been making a full-time living just by writing. So maybe I can talk a little bit about that, how to make a full-time income as a writer, and then we could move on to talking about impact of AI in the publishing industry today. So talking about making a full-time living in a country like India, I personally feel that it's very difficult to do it just by writing books, because selling books in today's times is hard work, right? I mean, if you could write, say, 20 books in a year, maybe you could make a full-time living. But writing 20 books, promoting them, maintaining inventory, doing all the research and marketing, it's not possible for one person to do it by themselves. That's why I feel that building multiple income streams as an author is super important in today's times. Like, yes, you should definitely write books, but I feel that there should be other avenues through which you can make money that can supplement your book sales, build you a personal brand as a writer, and help you reach new audiences every month or every week. So I'll talk a little bit about my income streams that I have as a writer. So majorly my writing income comes from my blog. So I write on this platform called medium.com. It's an American blogging website where anybody can make an account and they can start writing immediately. On Medium, based on the number of views, you can get paid. So the payment is not like a super high income, but for people living in India, it can actually be quite good. Like, I'll just give some example of the numbers for you. Like, for me, the average income from Medium, it comes up to about 1,500 to like $2,000 every month. So if you live in a country like India, $1,500 is quite enough to make a good living, right? So I feel it's a great platform for writers to start their writing career on, because there's literally no entry barrier. You don't need any number of followers or you don't need any views to make money. Anyone can sign up and can start writing immediately. So that's like my biggest income source as a writer today, by my blogs on Medium. And little bit of context, like I write about 12 to 15 blogs every month. So these are like 12 to 15 long articles, about 1,000 to 1,200 word articles that I write every month, and these can supplement my income quite nicely. So that's the first income stream. The second income stream that I have is YouTube. So I'm sure all of you know YouTube is a platform for videos. We all look for YouTube videos when we are bored. We scroll through YouTube videos. So I have a channel, it's by my name, Anangsha Alamyan, and YouTube also plays a significant part in contributing to my income every month. Around maybe around $300 to $500 every month it comes from YouTube, which is not a lot, but it's quite good if this is your full-time income, right? So I invite you all to check out my YouTube channel. It's by my name, Anangsha Alamyan. All the videos I make talk about how you can earn a living as a writer in today's times. I talk about writing on different platforms, trying out different paid writing gigs, and how you can have a side hustle that gives you a good income in today's times. It's a very niche channel, but I've been making videos for about 5 years now on YouTube, and it definitely contributes quite a lot to my income today as a writer. So yeah, that's the second income stream. The third income stream is I have a writing business. So I have a writing company that caters to clients which are based in the US and that are in the productivity and self-improvement space. So in very simple layman terms, if any company wants a blog written for their website, they reach out to me and I write the blogs for them. So I do not personally write these blogs. I have a team of writers and a team of editors, a team of SEO experts who help me create content for these websites. And because these are US clients, they pay quite good. So writing for freelance clients is definitely one of the income streams that I swear by. But another thing that comes with this is like when we talk about being self-employed, right? We talk about being our own boss and being the master of our own time. But if you have freelance clients, it's a little difficult because all the work that you have is deadline based. Like a client will tell you, I want 5 articles every week. So even if you want to take a break, you cannot. You have to cater to whatever the client demands from you. It's good, it's challenging, but it's also sometimes if you want to travel or if you want to have free time, this can get a little bit difficult. So compared to this, blogging on Medium or making videos on YouTube gives you more freedom. It gives me more freedom because if I'm planning a holiday, I can plan my content schedule as such that I can still publish 15 articles a month and I can take 15 days break and I can chill while my articles are making money, passive income online. So yeah, but writing for clients is definitely the highest paid income stream I have because some of these US based clients, just for one article, they can pay you $2,000. But again, this won't happen when you're starting out. I have built this business, like I've built a name for myself, a personal brand for myself for over 10 years. I started writing online in 2014 when I was still a college student. In 2014, I started writing. I did not make money for 6 years. I was just writing because I love writing. It was just a hobby. But during the pandemic, around 2020, I started discovering these different income streams like Medium and YouTube. And that's when I started making money. But all these 10 years of work that I have put has built my personal brand. So anyone who searches for my name online, they can come across my blog. They will know that I have some credibility. And this is why companies don't hesitate to pay $2,000 for a single article. But yeah, if you start today, and if you are very intentional about what niche you want to write in, about what your specialty is, and how you want to build a brand for yourself, in just 1 or 2 years, you can reach a level where you can charge $500 to $600 for one article. And we all know writing one article, you can complete that in say 3-4 days, and making $500, that's like 38,000 rupees in 3-4 days is quite good in today's times, right? So yeah, like this does not happen by luck, let me tell you, it does not happen by luck, or it does not happen because of chance or virality or any other reason. You have to be very intentional, like what is your interest, what you want to write about. So when I started, I was very mindful that I want to make a name for myself in the self-improvement and productivity space. So all the content that I wrote was in the self-improvement productivity space. And that is why the companies that build products in the self-improvement and productivity space, they reach out to me for collaborations, for marketing opportunities, and for articles on their website. So yeah, that is one income stream, having a freelance writing business as a writer. It's definitely really high paying, especially if you can target companies that are based in US, UK or Australia because they pay in dollars. I haven't worked with Indian companies because the pay hasn't been quite good, but like my goal from the beginning when I started freelancing was to target companies based in the US. So yeah, that's the third income stream. Other than that, because I have a personal brand, because I have a Medium account and a YouTube channel, I also get a lot of sponsorship opportunities. Like for example, some company built a new tool for writing or they built a new tool for productivity. They reach out to me and they say that give a small advertisement in your blog or a small advertisement in your YouTube channel. We will pay you for that. So sponsorships are also a great way of making money as a writer, but all of this is possible when you have a personal brand. And what I mean by personal brand is you have a certain number of followers on every platform. Like if you're someone who has like maybe 100 followers, then why would anybody want to place an ad with you, right? But if you have a million followers or 100,000 followers on any platform, then it's very easy for you to reach out to brands as well that, hey, I have these many followers in this niche. Would you like to do a sponsored ad with me? And trust me, there are so few creators from India who are creating in the productivity niche for me that it is very easy to actually convert deals. Like I have done cold outreach a lot. Cold outreach means just sending an email and asking, hey, would you like to work with me? And it has converted to amazing results. So yeah, like the goal of sponsorships or getting freelance writing gigs is to have a good personal brand, which means good number of followers. And to have a good number of followers, there's only one thing that we need. Actually, there are two things that we need. First thing is consistency. You have to be super consistent when you publish. You cannot be like, okay, आज मेरा mood नहीं है, today I will not write. You cannot do that. You have to write something every day. You have to produce some form of content every day so that you have a portfolio of your work out there online. And that's consistency. And the second thing that you need is a plan. Like maybe someday you're writing about feminism, someday you are writing about environment. That won't work. You need to have a plan that what you want to be known for, what you want to be known as an expert in. And this topic has to be something that's already close to your heart. Like for me, if I pick a random topic, like say I pick a random topic like programming, I'm not a programmer, I'm not in computer science. So even if I think programming is a high paying niche, I start writing. After 1 year, 2 years, I'll be burnt out. I won't feel like writing anymore. But if you pick something that's actually close to your heart, that you are genuinely curious about, you want to know more and you want to keep doing it all your life. If you pick a niche like that, it will become easier for you to be consistent and to create content around it for all your life. Like for example, I am actually very interested in self improvement. I am into fitness, I am into journaling, I am into productivity. So I know that this is something I always want to keep being better at, and that is why I picked this niche. And one more reason I picked this niche was very few creators from India are in this niche. So that was a strategic and unfair advantage that I have, and it sort of worked out for me. So yes, these are all my tips that I would like to share about making a full-time living today as a writer. And I would also like to share a little bit about AI, because when I talk about producing content, I cannot talk about it without talking about AI. Because like it or hate it, AI is here to stay. Anybody who has written zero articles in their life, if they have an AI tool like ChatGPT or Claude, with just one sentence prompt, they can create 1,000 word article in 1 minute. So as a writer, where does this leave us? For me to write 1,000 word article, it would take me 2 hours. If you're starting out today, it might take you 6 to 7 hours to write a 1,000 word article. But ChatGPT can write it in 1 second. So how can you compete with something like AI in today's times? That's a very difficult and a very important question that I feel we all need to address. And my tip here is, because AI is trained on the thousands of articles already on the internet, so AI cannot create something that is new. What AI will produce is a repeat or a regurgitation of what already exists. But if you really tap into your heart, something that's really close to you, a topic that's deeply personal to you, that only you can write about and nobody else in the world can. Like maybe a very unique personal experience you had, or a very unique learning you had from your life. Because that comes from your life, right? Nobody else can write it and no AI can write it. So that authenticity, that vulnerability, that deep, that you're pouring your heart into an article, that part only you can do, and that is how you differentiate yourself from AI. See, we as writers, we cannot compete with AI in terms of how much content we produce, because AI will always win. I cannot write faster than ChatGPT. It's impossible. But we can stand out from AI in being unique, in having that personal connection with our readers, in having that name for ourselves, that only we can write about something like this. So that human touch, that unique piece of storytelling that comes from your lived experience, that is what makes you unique. So today, if I were to start out, like if I had like all of my experience was gone, and if I had to start from zero today as a writer and make a full-time living from writing, I would still start with articles, because I feel long form content still has future, because now people are so flooded with short form content like shorts or Instagram reels, that it's very difficult to start in a platform like YouTube or Instagram today. But long form content like articles or long YouTube videos that actually provide value, that respect the audience's time and give you some unique takeaways for the audience, such kind of content is making a comeback today. So if I were to start today from scratch, I would pick a niche that's really super close to my heart and I really am curious to learn more about it, and I would create some long form content around it. And I would create the content in such a way that only I can create it. Like I would include a lot of storytelling. It won't be something generic like 5 ways to have a better morning routine, or 5 ways to write a book, because if you google this you will find millions of articles someone has already written before. But if you can think of presenting the same old topic in a very unique way, like something very ultra specific thing that you experimented with in your life and you have done it yourself, and if you talk about that every day little by little, like you post long form content maybe 2 or 3 times a week on that same topic, then it wouldn't take you long to reach a stage where you can have a business centered around your content. So yeah, this is a very nuanced topic. I give webinars about it. I host workshops for writers about it. It's not possible for me to cover the entirety of it in a 10-minute talk. But whatever I said today, I hope it was useful to you. If you have any questions regarding building a content business in 2025 and making a full-time living as a writer, I would love to talk to you, answer your questions. I'll be here until dinner today, so I would love to connect with you, answer your questions. And also if you have like if you need any more further guidance, I have, like I mentioned, I have my YouTube channel. It's by my name, Anangsha Alamyan. So you can search for me on YouTube, and I already made a lot of videos on how to make money from writing. So yes, that's the end of my talk show. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you.